BAYRADIO International on a Wednesday. Pleased to welcome Raquel from JAVEA Town Hall back into the studio, whose main job, as we know, is social services. But in total, you have 7 different departments to take care of.
Yeah.
So which departments are they?
I take care of social services, health, children, youth, the elderly as well, the municipal school for little children that we have, and residents, mostly foreigners and expats.
Okay,
and that's why I'm here.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's quite a wide portfolio and sounds quite busy as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But we're having... Well, I have great people working in the town hall in this department, and we're having created a lot of projects that I think that are going to be very useful.
And of course, you've got to battle for your own money for your departments, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's only a finite amount of money in the budget for JAVEA Town Hall, so you've got to fight for your money for your people.
And the thing is that we're fighting for money for people that is usually invisible for the others, and children who cannot decide for themselves, and mostly we don't give a voice to these people, like children, youth, the elderly. They don't have the voice that they deserve. So I'm trying to give them that voice.
You certainly are.
Yeah.
Right. So a very busy department. I think we spoke briefly about this when you first came in. That's when Rosa Cardona offered you the job, and you weren't quite sure what to expect, were you? Yeah,
but one thing I have clear is that I want to use who I am and my resources as a person to help people. So I have that, that's my main purpose. And that's why I'm here, and I'm happy to do it.
Excellent. And we're going to be talking at least once a month, aren't we, about what's happening in JAVEA, what's happening at the Town Hall.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any questions for JAVEA Town Hall, you can get in touch through the regular email address, studio@bayradio.fm, or WhatsApp 6844555844. But for today, we heard back in November that JAVEA will be lowering the IBI to compensate for the increase in the waste tax. Now, that's something you've had to do, increase the waste tax by law, right?
Yeah. So what happens was the European Union asked for the countries to reduce the waste. And there was not a mandatory way to do it. So each country could decide how to be more sustainable. And the thing is, we're walking towards who pollutes more pays more. So the Spanish government decided to create a law in which the town halls had to collect the whole cost of their waste service from the citizens. Until now, what was happening was that we could decide just to collect an amount from citizens, and then you could use other resources to pay for the cost. Mm-hmm. Now it's not the case. You have to ask. So in JAVEA, for example, the total cost of the waste service is around 6 million euros.
Okay.
And until now, we were collecting from citizens 4.5, so to say.
So the rest of the money was coming from somewhere else in the budget.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And now we have to collect
the total.
The total.
And that's by law, so you have no choice, right?
So we were studying a lot, and we are very thankful for the municipal technicians because they've done an amazing job. And so we have used the cadastral value because it's the fairest thing to do.
The value of somebody's house.
Yeah, the economical value of the house and the property. And so what is happening is if you have a value, you pay something according to a study that has been made. So, for example, the average value is 57,379.94.
Okay.
That's the average value. So those people will pay 134 euros for the waste tax. Before, everyone paid 125 euros.
Yes.
It cannot happen anymore.
No, you have to find a way to comply by the law, effectively.
But doing that, there are a lot of houses that are below this average value. So they're going to pay even less that they were paying before. And to compensate for those who aren't paying less because of the tax, we have some measures. For example, the IBI, we have a reduction in 2.35% in the IBI. So people will be paying 12 euros or something like that, the average value, less. We also have a reduction in 60% of the water supply connection tax. So people who want to have like the water supply, a reduction of 60%. And then what we are doing is having the tourism housing pay more.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a big topic at the moment, of course, right across Spain.
Because what's happening is that tourism is a business as well. And tourism housing is an economical activity. And they weren't paying as such. So we have created a tax for them to pay as such, like any business. So what they are paying is like the house, and then another tax, kind of, 20 euros per person they can accommodate in the house, because they have like the house and then the other tax for the tourism. Because at any time you can just suspend the license and say, no, this is a house. This is not tourism housing anymore. So you just pay what your house costs. That's it. And then also we've done like some bonifications for people who are like vulnerable. A 50% reduction in retired people with low pensions, not everyone. 50% reduction in vulnerable people, and 50% reduction in numerous families. Only if you are registered as residents, obviously.
Okay. You have to be on the padrón for this.
Yeah, that's it, on the padrón. So we are doing that. So like all in all, the majority of the people, like generally speaking, will be paying less than before. Because we have compensated everything, so people have to pay less.
Yeah, when it was announced back in November, I was thinking, how is this going to work? But it sounds like the songs have been done quite well.
Yeah, we have studied a lot, and we have worked a lot to get to the best solution, to something that was made by law.
Nothing you can do
there's nothing we can do about it.
Back on the tourist licence situation, we hear quite a lot about it. Right across Spain, there are issues, of course. It's good to know that the town hall is really looking into the situation.
Yes, because we think we have to have a balance. Because right now, people that live here don't find a house to live in.
Absolutely. To find an apartment to rent for somebody who's on a local wage is impossible.
Yes. So these kind of measures and stopping the licensing as well, like we're having a lot of studies done to know what's happening and what we can do about it, so we can find like this balance, because we are grateful for people coming to visit, because yes, JAVEA is beautiful and we know and we want to people,
and it brings money
for people to know it.
Does bring money into the area.
Sure, absolutely. But people who live here like the whole year deserve to have like a dignified life as well. So.
And of course, we'll be seeing much more of you over the coming year, won't we, as we catch up every month. And we'll be seeing you out and about doing your thing with the Bay Media crew, following you around in the next couple of weeks as you lead up to Christmas. So look forward to seeing that. But of course, there are some things starting already for the Christmas period, aren't there? I know there's a big calendar.
Yes, there's a big calendar, and hopefully we will have it in English. And for now, I will talk about this more in a few weeks, but for now, just inviting people to go to this Friday we have, like, in the morning, activities for children in Casa de Cultura. And on Saturday, we will have a solidarity fair at the port, where a lot of associations will be like
a Christmas charity fair.
Yeah, that's it. And people will be like collecting money for the causes and also for others like Dana as well.
Well, we look forward to those and all the events coming up over the festive period. Glad to see you back in the studio with us, and look forward to catching up with you for more from JAVEA Town Hall. Talk again soon.